Hey guys, I just want to do a really quick video about not being afraid of rejection. And I think the fear of rejection holds people back to the point of not getting success. You're preventing success, your success story, because you're so afraid of failure that you're not allowing yourself to pitch as much as you need to pitch. And the only way to truly make the amount of money that you guys really want to make is by throwing so many balls out into the universe that your arm is going to literally fall off. So, okay, so here's the deal. In order to make, you know, 6 figures a quarter or whatever it is that you're trying to make, you have to get rejected 100 times at a minimum a quarter. So I pitch so many times a quarter because I'm trying to sell so many opportunities to so many brands. And I get told no so many times by so many brands. And I'm not offended by that because I understand that that's just part of the game, right? And that's okay. These are people that I'm going to just pitch them again. I mean, I have an opportunity. Here's a $5,000 opportunity. Here's what I'm offering. Here's what I hope to give you over the next 6 weeks. Here's my past opportunities that sort of resemble this. You can see what it looks like. Here are my stats. Here's what I think this is gonna look like for you on which platforms. Here's the sign up date by. Here's the when you should pay me by, and here's my contact information if you want to call me to have a phone call about this opportunity. We would love to have you. That's pretty much the pitch. And 9 times out of 10, it's thank you so much. Our budget's already allocated for. Thank you so much. Not quite a fit right now. Thank you so much. This we don't really have any products that really meet this need. Appreciate you reaching out, but there's no opportunity for us to go after. This doesn't work for us. Me writing back, no problem. Have a great weekend. Speak to you soon. And then the very next day, that PR person emails me some other thing that they're trying to sell, and all is well and done. She's not mad at me that I pitched her a $5,000 gig. I'm not mad at her that she said no. I literally don't care, because as soon as she said no, I crossed her off my list, and I still have 80 other people that I have reading my deck. And she doesn't feel funny about saying no. I don't feel funny about her no. And that's the cycle of business. If you really think about, I'm going to say men. I'm going to say this. A man trying to sell real estate or something, and he's hard selling on the street, trying to get people to come in and buy his property. Do you think he's going, oh, I don't know, I really don't want to go and I don't want to ask too many people to come and see the property because I'm going to feel funny if I get too many no's. Like, there's like no way in the universe that is a feeling that person is saying. He's not going to be embarrassed about getting a no. He's gonna be bulldozing through the no's. He's gonna be like, you don't want this, your loss. I'm going to keep moving on until I find somebody that does. And really, I feel like that's going to have to be the attitude. It's not, oh my gosh, I'm so crushed. Nobody wants this gig. It's, okay, that didn't work out. Thank goodness I have so many more other people that I can pitch. Or it's, okay, that didn't work. Gee, maybe I need to change something in my deck. Let me look it over. Or it's, okay, my intro email needs a little fine tuning. Let me send it out to some friends and have them read it. And maybe I need to tweak some of my wording. Or it's, okay, I'm a little too late for back to school, Mother's Day, Father's Day, holiday, Get Fit January. I gotta go one step further, and I missed this mark. It's June. I shouldn't be talking about back to school because back to school budgets are gone. I should be talking about holiday. And you know what? That was a junior mistake, and I learned my lesson. So, okay, lesson learned. It's not a loss if you learn something. So, okay, it didn't work this time, but I'm going to keep moving on, and I learned my lesson. So, I got 100 no's because I was pitching back to school in June. It's over. People are in school in June. People are going to school in June. So that's my lesson. My lesson was I have to start pitching back to school in March. That makes no sense if you live in New York because people are still in school in March. And what are we talking about? But we have to think like that because we're thinking about budgets. We're not thinking about reality. You have to start pitching holiday in March. In April, you have to start thinking holiday in April. You have to start thinking back to school in April. Really, you should pitch them at the same time. You should do a double-sided deck. You should do back to school and holiday. You should do $5,000 for each, and if you want to get on both decks, then it's $8,000. You give them a deal or something like that. I don't know. You can figure out your numbers, whatever your numbers are, but you can pitch them at the same exact time. You could say I'm doing a back-to-school guide and I'm doing a Christmas guide. If you want to be in both the guides, it's 75% to be in part of both of them. That is such a deal. Why wouldn't you want to be part of that deal? What a bargain for your brand. I mean, you can do things like that. You can double pitch. But, you know, there is always a lesson. If you get 100% no's, then there's something on your end. Then you got to look within and say, what's happening here that I need to tweak? And then you go for the next thing. Okay, so Father's Day didn't work out. What did I do wrong for holiday? Let me reassess and let me tweak and let me fix it for holiday. Don't ever get discouraged. Don't ever look at your stuff and go, I can't do this. This isn't right for me. I'm doing it wrong. I'm not good enough. My stuff isn't good enough. If you think like that, then you're going to exert that energy and you're not going to have the right positive attitude and you're not going to believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, then how on earth is anybody else going to believe in you? If you don't believe in yourself, how is anybody else going to believe in you? That is the whole thing. If we're selling ourselves as brands, we are brands. That's what a blogger is. We are storytellers. We are magazines. We are the new magazines. We are the new newspapers. We are the new movie makers. People wake up in the morning and they want to hear what we have to say. If you don't believe in what you have to say, how can anybody else believe in you? So if you're hard pitching and you don't believe that you are able to hard pitch in your product, no one's going to buy that pitch, number one, and then nobody's going to want to hear that pitch, number two. So believe in what you're selling. Believe in the price. If 100% of it doesn't work, you're too late. Something is wrong, and it's probably you're too late in the year. That is probably what the real problem is. Adjust your sales and try again. It's never that it's a no 100% something is wrong with you. It's that something is wrong with the timing or something is wrong with the message. You are for someone. There is someone out there that wants to hear your message. We all have something for someone. There is someone out there that wants to hear your unique message. You are designed for someone. It's just getting that message to a specific person, finding that audience, and finding that right brand to work with. So it's getting that, A and B to match up. But my biggest message takeaway of this whole thing is do not get discouraged if things do not work out right away. Do not get discouraged if you get 80 no's. I have gotten 150,000 no's. 150,000 no's. You don't understand how many no's I've gotten. When we sell Getting Gorgeous, we used to keep track of it. We would probably send out about 500 pitches. 500 pitches, and we would have 12 sponsors. Do you understand that? That's how many no's we would get. 500 pitches, and there would be 12 sponsors in the room. So that's a lot of no's, guys. But I would never be like, I would be like, okay, whatever. We're going to have 12. We need 12 to make this work. So it's fine. We have 400 no's. We only need 12. We only need 12 yeses. We have 430 no's. It's okay. We only need 12. We only need 12 yeses. So You're going to do it. You can do this. Just don't give up on yourself. And that's all I want to tell you guys. We see a lot of discouragement with the no's, and it's hard in the beginning. And maybe you're pricing too high. That's another thing to think about. My rule of thumb with pricing, if I don't get any pushback, like if I never get a pushback, then I'm pricing too low. If I get too much pushback, then I'm pricing too high. So if you're getting too much pushback, then you're pricing too high. That's what you have to say. If people are going every single time to you, that's not within our budget, you got to come down, you got to come down, you got to cut down, then maybe you're pricing too high. If you never get pushback and everyone takes your price right away, you're priced too low. So I kind of am always watching that. I'm always watching to say, okay, nobody is fighting me with my prices. When nobody fights me, that's for a while, like when I'm like 2 or 3 months and nobody's fighting me, I'm like, okay, it's time to up my prices. Nobody's fighting me. This is weird. Not that I like to be fought, but I'm very aware when I don't ever get anything saying, okay, it's not within our budget. Can you come down a couple $100? Like when people don't say that, then I'm like, okay, this is like the 6th gig in a row that nobody has questioned my rate. Like that's not like somebody's got it. That's not right. I need to up my prices. Or if they're going, no way, this is ridiculous. Your YouTube rate is ridiculous, which sometimes I do get that. I have to bring it down. So start being aware of that as well. If you're getting too many, $500 for a post is out of budget, can you do $375? And you keep hearing $375, then maybe your rate is $375. You have to start listening to the industry and really figuring out where you should fall. Just because a lot of your friends are at a certain level, you have to look at all the different scenarios and what defines you as your sort of like circle. It's social, it's reach, it's engagement, it's length of time, it's quality of work, it's a whole different slew of features that come into play. So you have to look at all of that before you decide how to price you out. And then I guess also it's your own personal choice. But my whole thing is it's pushback. Is there any pushback or is there no pushback? I mean, that's sort of my rule of thumb that comes with that. But guys, please, with the fear, I just want you guys to release the fear, and pitch everybody and anybody, and don't care what anybody says. I mean, I know that article just came out about like the travel people and how dare they want a room, for, she has 500 followers and she wants like the penthouse suite for $9 million a night. It's true. That's obnoxious. I'm not saying that's not obnoxious, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't know. I can't fault them. They're all trying to just get a travel room. Like, I don't know, as long as it's laid out. Like, I mean, I believe me, I can't imagine what these hotels are dealing with the influencers that don't really have a lot to offer. They're just giving an Instagram photo. But I mean, to me, if you tell them I'm going to give you 2 blog posts, I'm going to give you a YouTube video, I'm going to give you 2 Instagrams, 3 Facebooks, 5 tweets, a Facebook Live, an Instagram Live for 2-night stay, to me, I don't know, that's valuable. I don't know. I mean, as long as you're giving them value, don't be afraid to pitch. I mean, don't be afraid to pitch, and don't be afraid to hear no. I could have just said that, but I went 13 minutes. I'm sorry. I like to talk. I'm sorry. But that's it. That's my story. Till next time.